At least 2 children are dead and more than a dozen injured after a shooting during Mass at a Minneapolis school. What we know so far about the attack.
Plus, a dispute between Rockford's mayor and Mercy Health's CEO. Mayor McNamara's response to Javon Bay's statement on the future of the Rockton Avenue campus.
And if you're traveling this holiday weekend, AAA has some tips when you should hit the road to avoid getting caught up in traffic.
Live from WTVO 17. This is Eyewitness News at 5.
Good evening, I'm Mimi Murphy.
And I'm Wendell Edwards. We thank you for being here tonight. Tonight at 5, at least 2 children are dead and more than a dozen people injured following that mass shooting in Minneapolis at a school.
This happened at Annunciation Catholic School just before 8:30 this morning.
This was a deliberate act of violence against innocent children and other people worshiping. The sheer cruelty and cowardice of firing into a church full of children is absolutely incomprehensible.
The shooter is identified as 23-year-old Robin Westman. Officials believe he acted alone. Westman reportedly showed up outside the school armed with 3 guns. Police say he barricaded the doors to the church from the outside before opening fire through the window during Mass.
It breaks my heart, makes me sick to my stomach, knowing that there's probably people I know that are either injured or maybe they were even killed. It doesn't make me feel safe at all at this community that I've been a part of for so long.
The shooter also died. Investigators say he killed himself. Police say all 3 weapons were lawfully purchased by Westman. Bishop David Malloy with the Rockford Diocese issued a statement saying, in part, this most recent shooting is not just a tragedy for the school, families, faculty, and staff there. It's a tragedy for all people. And yet another senseless assault on the sense of security and the dignity of human life, especially our innocent children.
Tonight, a jury found a man guilty of killing a woman in 2021. Cameron Frazier was convicted of first-degree murder. He's due back in court for sentencing next month. In August of 2021, 24-year-old Yasharana Bell Young was found dead at an apartment complex on Venus Street. Now, officers say Frazier is the one that pulled the trigger shooting her. According to investigators, he and Bell Young had a prior relationship. Frazier eventually turned himself in to police.
We have an update on a serious crash in Loves Park. Just before 7 last night, Loves Park police responded to the intersection of North 2nd Street and River Lane. 2 cars were heavily damaged as a result of that crash. Several people were severely injured and taken to hospitals. They are reported to be in stable condition. This incident is still being investigated. A long-standing dispute between Mercy Health's CEO and the city of Rockford enters a new phase. Javon Bay now accuses the city of racial bias over the potential sale of the former Rockford Memorial Hospital.
Eyewitness News reporter Tyler Sorensen talked with Mayor Tom McNamara today. Tyler, what did the mayor have to say in rebuttal?
Yeah, Wendell, Mimi, Mayor McNamara completely dismissed Javon Bay's comments, saying Bay is the one abandoning Rockford's west side while the city is making it a top priority. Now, Bay's statement comes after Mayor McNamara released a statement on Tuesday. In it, the mayor urged the Mercy Health Board to properly vet any potential buyers of the Rockton Avenue campus. Now, Bay responded saying, quote, now when a black entrepreneur has stepped forward to invest in this property, the mayor has chosen to support the effort instead of undermine it. Now, while referring to the potential buyer, now Mayor McNamara is firing back.
Well, I mean, I think it just incredibly highlights the fact that this statement is coming from a man who makes $11 million and lives in Minnesota and has no idea of what is actually taking place in the city of Rockford, specifically the west side. The last time Javon Bay was on the west side was when he was stripping health care coverage that is absolutely needed and deserved by the residents of West Side.
Now coming up, we'll dig deeper into this back and forth between the city and Mercy Health. Wendell.
Tyler, thank you. A public art display now has a new home in Rockford. The Rockford letters, formerly on display in Davis Park, they're so colorful, now stand along the Rock River, just behind the library's main branch. The move comes following the recent approval of construction at Davis Park. Additionally, Go Rockford unveiled 18 new sculptures to be installed across the city.
Rockford is an artistic city, an innovative city, and we think that having art on public display, whether it's a large mural, a piece of sculpture, a utility box wrap, those types of public displays of artistic creativity, I think bring livelihood and vibrancy to neighborhoods, to street corners, to thoroughfares.
These art pieces are part of the Creative Sculpture Program, which began back in 2015.
The housing market in Rockford is once again getting national attention. In a recent ranking released by the Wall Street Journal and Realtor.com, the city's market was ranked 9th. Affordability and cost of living were cited as reasons. In Winnebago, Boone, and Ogle counties, the average home cost reached a new record of over $230,000 in July. Inventory also fell yet again, with only 305 homes on the market last month. But homes are staying on the market longer, with the average house taking just over 2 weeks to sell. You can find more numbers on our website, mystateline.com.
A Forest City eatery expands to a new location downtown. Poke Green cut the ribbon at its new storefront at Stewart Square this morning. The restaurant specializes in infusion of Japanese and Hawaiian cuisine. The space is the former location of Bella Luna, which closed in 2020 and has been vacant ever since. KH Food Safety served as a consultant to help set up the new location.
I think within the last few years, there's been such a big growth in City of Rockford, which as a Rockfordian, I'm very, very proud about. And in downtown Rockford, especially, once again, this is a good added selection to that.
Poke Green's other location is on North Perryville Road.
Labor Day, of course, is Monday, and like most years, if you plan to hit the road this holiday, you'll be joined by a whole lot of other people. To avoid the big crowds and a lot of traffic, AAA advises leaving early between 11 a.m. and 1 p.m. on most days. While AAA doesn't collect data on Labor Day travel numbers, previous holidays show an uptick in travelers hitting the road. Nationally, the average price for a gallon of gas is $3.18. An Auburn alumni is helping support freshmen during their transition to high school.
Coming up, how administrators hope this new program helps students' mental health.
We had some sunshine early on, but then the cloud covers moved back in. That tied in with a weak disturbance, bringing a couple of showers across parts of the Midwest. Find out how long we'll hang on to some of those clouds and when we could see a few more rain showers move through. All in your most trusted forecast coming up.
You're watching Eyewitness News, your home team, with Mimi Murphy, Wendell Edwards, Sports Director Scott Leber, and Chief Meteorologist Candace King.
School is back in session, and freshmen at Auburn High welcome a new class designed to make high school a little stressful. It's all thanks to an Auburn alum who now works at the school.
Eyewitness News reporter Blake Dietz spoke to that alum and to students today. So Blake, what's this program called?
Well, it's named after the mascot. It's called Nighttime, and as schools continue to evolve, Auburn wants to be proactive and involved in student life. Lunchtime for freshmen at Auburn High School is also nighttime. Half of it is divided to talk about mental health.
I'm just going to let y'all know, so what stressed you out a little bit about coming to school, coming here? Waking up early.
Jerry Ford is a para-liaison at Auburn. He spearheaded the nighttime program.
For an incoming freshman, they have a person to go to. So I think the impact that we have now is that not only they familiarize with one of us, and they can come to us for situations.
Ford has always wanted to help kids succeed. 4 years ago, he got a chance to do so at his alma mater. While the school had set up programs to help freshmen transition in the past, Ford noticed a lack of emphasis in mental health and collaboration. Two things school behavioral specialist J.C. Coleman says are crucial.
The kids get to share things with us, and then a lot of the resolution, it comes from their peers, which is really awesome because they hear that another kid is going through the same thing, but they get to find out ideas of how they deal with that situation. So it brings it all to light.
Students say they've already felt the impact.
It's helped me a lot because you get to before you go to class, you get to calm down from lunch, talking to all your friends, stuff like that.
We really talk about how our day is going and how we could be better as students and get more work done.
For Ford, it's just always been about the students.
I don't know about how proud I am or whatever, but it's good for the kids. It's perfect. I mean, it gives the kids the opportunity to come to somebody and can help them out with any problems that they may have.
Because a strong student begins with a strong mind.
Now, Ford adds that they do weekly grade checks, and he hopes to see the students have a notable improvement as the year goes on. Mimi?
All right, thanks, Blake. Well, we could be seeing some light showers looking ahead this week.
When we come back, Candace lets us know what we can expect. Her full forecast is next.
Now, your first warned weather forecast from Chief Meteorologist Candace King.
Well, we had quite a bit of sunshine to start us off with this morning, and then that cloud cover was quick to move in. Once we got to mid to late morning, turning our skies mostly cloudy here for quite some time during the afternoon, but we are starting to see some clearing take place. So we've got a cloudy look here on our sky chart camera, this out of the Poplar Grove Airport. But you look a little further to the west and northwest, you've got some sunshine. That's exactly where we're looking here on our SkyTrack camera in Beloit. We've got nothing but blue skies out there, and we'll continue to see some clearing take place over the next couple of hours. Those clouds we had today tied into an upper level low, a weak one moving out of eastern Iowa, now down into central Illinois, did bring a couple of showers with it. A lot of that did bypass the immediate area. A couple of sprinkles noted just down across parts of Whiteside County, maybe even into southwest Lee County, but that was pretty much it. There are some additional showers and a few isolated thunderstorms extending back off to the northwest, and these will generally move to the southeast as we go through the evening. So while most of us will stay dry, there's a small chance for at least an isolated shower or two, especially as we get a little further into the evening. Cold front to the north of us, that will work through during the day tomorrow and keep at least a few isolated showers going into the morning and then into the afternoon. Temperature wise, we made it up to 74 today, but our numbers have cooled a bit thanks to that increase in cloud cover. We're at 70 right now in Rockford, Freeport, 72 in Janesville. Earlier this afternoon, Galena got down to 63, now up to 66 thanks to some sunshine out there. Our weather watcher Kevin out in Lena, 70 degrees, west southwesterly wind at 14 miles per hour. That wind will stay from the southwest going through the night tonight and actually keep our temperatures a good 10 degrees above where we've been here the last couple of mornings. So last couple of mornings we've woken up to those numbers in the 40s. Tomorrow morning it'll be the upper 50s. So quite the change, and it will feel warmer tomorrow. So I mentioned some of those showers that are just off to the northwest of us. You can see Futurecast bringing those in as we get further into the evening, closer to about midnight, 1 o'clock early tomorrow, and perhaps a rumble of thunder. There's just a teeny tiny bit of instability with that. Nothing that'll bring us really heavy rainfall or any strong thunderstorm activity by any means. Another disturbance then comes in early tomorrow morning. So this will fire up some scattered showers and a few isolated thunderstorms there as we get a little closer to sunrise, but that should move out an hour or two after. So we'll see drying skies then as we head into Thursday morning. By Thursday afternoon, we've got a cold front that comes through, and with that again, that could fire off an isolated shower or two. That would take us into the afternoon. Overall coverage, it is expected to stay very widely scattered, so there are going to be some areas that actually end up dry from that, both for tonight and then going into tomorrow. High pressure builds in behind that front. Our wind will turn to the northeast. There is a bit more moisture that'll be pushed to the west of us, so you can see some showers firing up there, mainly west of the Mississippi River, I think, as we get through Friday afternoon, Friday night, and then into Saturday. So that paves the way for a mostly dry weekend. So 58, that's where we'll head for the night tonight. A few showers possible underneath a partly to mostly cloudy sky. Rumble of thunder can't be ruled out. Our temperature for tomorrow, we're up to 74. You can see the drop in the number there for Friday with that high pressure building in, but our overall pattern through Labor Day weekend keeps us on the cooler side of things. We might see a couple of showers try to work in Monday, Tuesday, then again into Wednesday, but there's a stronger cold front that moves in towards the middle to end of next week, and that could give us another drop in temperatures by the end of next week.
Thank you, Candace.
Scott's in next with sports.
He says a State Line native is joining the Green Bay Packers.
Now sports with sports director Scott Lever.
Week 0 in the NFL means players and coaches will get a bit of a break before ramping up for their openers next week. They'll get a few days off for the weekend. The Bears got in a final workout today. And Joe Tooney says he likes the culture on the team and he loves what Ben Johnson has brought to the Bears.
He's such a passionate guy, so much energy, so much enthusiasm for this game, and he's so smart about this game, and he communicates so well of what he wants us to accomplish and how he wants us to approach certain plays. And it's been great just learning, day by day in this camp, just more details of how to execute better, and it's never ending.
A former Bear, Jay Cutler, is going to spend 4 days in a Tennessee jail soon. It's part of a guilty plea he agreed to for a DUI arrest last October. Cutler rammed his pickup truck into another vehicle before he was arrested. A Sycamore High School graduate, Ben Neiman, is headed to Green Bay. The Packers have signed him. Neiman plays linebacker, but he's also a special teams standout. When he was with the Chargers, he led them in special teams tackles twice. Notre Dame set to kick off its season Sunday night with a big one. The 6th-ranked Fighting Irish will play at 10th-ranked Miami. We'll have that game here on WTVO Sunday night at 6:30. Marcus Freeman is ready for another big season.
What a way to start college football season. It's something we enjoy, we embrace. That's what you go to Notre Dame for. That's why you come to coach at Notre Dame, to play in games like this throughout the year, but especially week 1.
Cubs are playing San Francisco again tonight. They lost to the Giants last night 5-2. It was a rare bad outing for Matthew Boyd. Colin Ray pitches tonight. Cubs are 6.5 games behind the Brewers. The White Sox will host the Royals again, but Luis Robert Jr. is back on the injured list with, you guessed it, a strained hamstring, so he won't be available. He's actually been playing fairly well of late. That's sports. We'll be right back.
Our first warning interactive radar brought to us by Rockford Glass and More. Pretty quiet out there now. There are a couple of showers passing to our southwest and south here this evening, and a few additional isolated showers back up to the northwest. Some of those may slide in our direction after sunset tonight. Temperatures will be warmer tonight than where they've been the last 2 mornings. We're in the upper 50s, 74 for tomorrow. An isolated shower thunderstorm early tomorrow morning, then into the afternoon, drying out for the weekend.
Thank you, Candace.
And thanks for joining us. We'll see you at 6.